Morning YouTube, Engineer Boy 100. Today I'm going to show you how to change out the alternator really fast on a 99 Mercedes SLK230. Okay, we're under the car and here is the alternator right here. The two nuts that you need to take loose are on these two little electrical connectors on the alternator. One of them is 8 millimeter and one of them is 13 millimeter. These are your electrical connectors. Take those loose. The next thing are two mount bolts. One's here. Now you're going to have to take this hose clamp loose right here on the this is one of the intake air from the supercharger. Okay, just take this hose clamp loose because it keeps the bolt from coming all the way out. Right. See if I can see. I can't. The bolt hits that hose right there. See that? So there's one here, up there, and then there's a second one here that's clear. You don't have to take anything else loose. If I can get back a little bit farther so you can get a perspective on that. Right there. Now you do have to take the serpentine belt off first, and that takes 8 millimeter, a long skinny 8 millimeter wrench, and then you just take the alternator out. I'll go up and show you that specialized wrench. They're hard to find too. Okay, so here's the little super wrench that you're going to need. It's about 9 inches long. Mine just happened to be Mac tool. Doesn't have to be Mac tool. I have another one too actually. And you're going to put this one down on the pulley. Let me show you on the car. I'll show you on the car where it goes. Okay, so here is the wrench on that idler pulley down there, and you just pull up on it to loosen that serpentine belt so you can take the alternator off. That is what the new Corvette looks like. Okay, so I got the old one out, so as you can see much more clearly now, all it takes to remove these is the two nuts I told you about, 8 millimeter, 13 millimeter, and then the two 16 mount bolts, one here and one here. And this is the new one, this is the old one, and of course you have to take off the serpentine belt. So I'll try to let you watch me put it in. We'll fire it up once it's installed. We'll check that voltage. You should be more into that green, closer to 14 volts. All right, so this is the little cradle where the alternator is going to go. There are two huge washers, okay? There are one here and there's one here. You need to hammer these in to make more space in here, okay? You need to hammer those in about 1 millimeter, not all the way. It doesn't really matter. You can do it all the way flush, but you just need to move them a little bit to create enough space to reinstall the new alternator. They will self-adjust back to where they belong when you tighten down the mount bolts. All right, cheated. I'm putting the alternator in. I lined everything up just kind of so you can see how I put it in. And I'm just going to push this up and put this first bolt in, okay? So I'm moving this around, lining it up, and then just pushing in the bolt. Here's the first bolt, and you do the same thing for this side. Once you get one, you just take this, push it up, line it up, put the other bolt in, and then connect your wires and put on your serpentine belt from the top side. Okay? So here are the two bolts. Actually, they're nuts with the wires installed, and this is what it looks like it's installed. And pulley is got the serpentine belt on it. Here's one of the mount bolts. Mount bolt number 1. And over here somewhere, let's see, mount bolt number 2. I don't know if you can see my hand right there, mount bolt number 2. And it's that's what it looks like. Brand new alternator installed. Get back a little tiny bit under here. Okay, it's all installed. We're going to go ahead and start up the car and see what the charge is.